also a major player in EDSA too. So many things coincide in this mass this morning on the birthday of His Eminence Jaime Carlos. I just would like to talk this morning, this noon, about the fact that really God intervenes in our lives. Important events, and even in the lives of every one of us. And time and again, He will intervene through our Blessed Mother. Our Blessed Mother. If only we have the eyes of faith to see it, God is there. Blessed Mother is there. It's not published or being talked about in papers, but it's there. I just would like to talk about two important events to prove my point. Of course, with faith, not with the eyes of faith. First is the fall of atheistic communism, especially in Russia. We know that in 1917, Our Lady Fatima appeared to three shepherd children in Portugal, in Fatima. And there she told them three secrets, which we now know. And those secrets primarily, it's about penance and conversion, but it's really about atheistic communism that was propagated by Russia. In 1917, people did not know that Russia will become communism and Russia will become great, because it was only beginning in 1917, much less these three simple children in Fatima. But there the message was, you pray and do penance, conversion, and pray. Because if you will not pray, Russia will spread its errors and its spread evil throughout the world. And because of that, well, people have been praying, people have been making penances, and preaching was made regarding conversion, regarding change of life. Now, I think Our Lady of Fatima used John Paul II to be an instrument for the end of atheistic communism in the world, at least for the downfall of atheistic communism. Because John Paul II, it was very surprising that the one chosen Pope after 500 years was an Italian, after 500 years, and coming from a country inside the Iron Curtain, under the influence of Russian communism. So he knew what was happening there. And because of him, in Poland, the movement against communism became strong. They had that solidarity under Lech Walesa. And because he was Pope at that time, he had so much influence among his people, the Polish people. And through his moral help and everything, his influence, communism ended in Poland in 1989 with Lech Walesa as the new president of a democratic government. And after that, one by one, I think Berlin, the wall of Berlin was destroyed. And then in Czechoslovakia, Romania, and so on. Because of what Pope John Paul II began in Warsaw. And the communists, they knew that at the beginning that this Pope will be a threat, a danger to the communist regime in the Iron Curtain. That's why in 1981, on May 13, the feast of Our Lady of Fatima, it is believed that it was the communists who hired that assassin, Mehmet Akal. He was a Turk. Maybe they chose a Muslim to disguise that it was not Russia who is behind it, that it might be a religious, motive. And he shot the Pope, and the Pope almost was killed, because they said the bullet just missed his heart. on May 13, 1981, the anniversary of the apparition of Our Lady of Fatima. And the Pope afterwards was convinced. He said something like this: it was a mother's hand that guided the path of the bullet. And because of that, the Pope avoided death. So again, I'm sure it was Our Lady of Fatima who did that. Because this Pope was the instrument of Our Lady to put an end to Russian communism. So there we see that really God intervenes in our lives. And you can also compare that here, that God also intervenes in our lives. Here in the Philippines, I think, it was to end dictatorship. And I'm convinced that he used a lot His Eminence Jaime Cardinal Sin. Of course, not only he, but he was one of the major players. Because Cardinal Sin came from a small diocese in Capiz. When he was ordained a priest, he never thought, even in his wildest imagination, that someday he will become Archbishop of Manila. But it happened. And we know that through him, that EDSA revolution, he was a major player in the first EDSA revolution. And that was also prepared, in a sense, by a Blessed Mother. I will not say that a Blessed Mother is a revolutionary, no? But she is here to help us. I remember the EDSA revolution happened in 1986. In 1995, the whole Catholic Church was celebrating the 2000th birth anniversary of our Blessed Mother. And I think the Philippines was one of the few countries that celebrated that in a big way. I remember His Eminence Jaime Cardinal Sin went around the Philippines with the image of Our Lady of Fatima, and I think with Ambassador Howard D. was here. They went around preaching conversion, penance, sacrifice, and a peaceful change for the better. They did not say for the end of martial law, just say martial law, but they just said a peaceful change for the better. That was in 1985. And in 1986, it happened. And Cardinal Sin was one of the major players. It was a peaceful revolution or change, a peaceful end of dictatorship. So there, God intervenes in our lives and open to our Blessed Mother. And if you look at it, these two persons whom our Blessed Mother used for her plans, they were people who had a great devotion to our Blessed Mother. If you notice the coat of arms of Pope John Paul II, it has the letter M under the cross. And his motto is Totus Tuus, I am wholly yours. And that is part of the kind of prayer that every legionary prays during the yearly, I think, renewal of their membership as a legionary of Mary. I am wholly thine, Blessed Mother, and all I have is thine. Totus Tuus. Cardinal Sin also has also a big devotion to our Blessed Mother. Also in his coat of arms there are roses, and that these roses represent the Rosary, Our Lady of the Rosary. And I remember in just after Vatican II, around 1969, 1970, he was